Kicking off the show with some August Burns Red featuring Make Them Suffer off the new album. Cerebral Malfunction is the song name for you as Peach's pick of the day. It is Monday, June 8th, 2026. I hope you're well. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. On Saturday, I was at the farmer's market. Thank you to those that stopped by. Most people just said hello. Some even took a picture with me, which I'm quite shocked. Hopefully I look okay in those photos. I was not prepared at all. I was wearing my, I forgot to do laundry over the weekend, so I was wearing, my third string t-shirt. And I was also, I had to protect my scalp, so I got my one hat that I own. Had my sunglasses on. I probably looked like a celebrity trying to be in disguise kind of thing. I also got severely sunburnt at the farmer's market. You know how we tell people to put on sunblock? Maybe I should listen to my own advice instead of being a hypocrite. My arms are bright red. My neck is the worst. I've been putting on aloe vera. I know. Next time, put on sunscreen. It always seems to happen every single year, the day of the Second Chance Prom. The very first time I attended the Second Chance Prom was back in 2021. And there was a remote that I did earlier that day. It was the grand opening of Meat and Potatoes in Rexburg. And we were out in the sun for 2 hours. I got severely burnt then. And of course, the theme for that prom that year, it was Hawaiian themed. So I showed up to the prom in my Hawaiian shirt, swim trunks, and of course, a real sunburn. Happens every year, the day of the prom. But yeah, Saturday was rather busy. I slept in on Sunday. I slept in till 11 a.m. I was like, okay, cool. Glad I caught up on my sleep. Went to the gym, worked out quite a lot. Did a walk around the Greenbelt, and sure enough, the second part of the weekend just flew by. I was contemplating taking today off to get just another day of rest, but I figured that would be cruel to not have anyone here. Victor's not here today. He'll be back tomorrow, so I am here. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Again, I hope your weekend was a whole lot better than mine, having to work part of it and then sleep the rest, and then all of a sudden, I'm back here. So last week, I sat down with Harlan of the band Show Me the Body, hopped on a Zoom call with him, talked to him for close to 20 minutes about the upcoming album Alone Together, set for release July 10th. It's up now on our YouTube channel at KBear101RMG. The only problem with it is that right when the Zoom call started, Zoom asked me, hey, would you like to have this auto recenter filter on? And I was like, what's that? So I turned it on, and sure enough, the webcam zooms in on my face and will not stop doing so. And so during the entire interview, while Harlan is talking, it keeps jumping back to me. And I'm just sitting there blinking, listening to Harlan talk. So if you can deal with that, I know this is not the best way to sell the interview at all, but we did talk a lot about the new album, their philosophy, all that good stuff. Show Me the Body, set to release their new album, Alone Together, July 10th. I sat down with Harlan, their bassist, Harlan Steed, I believe that's his last name. Show Me the Body. It's up on our YouTube, KBear101RMG. Here is their latest single, by the way, No God, on Peach's Pit Party. It's KBear101. As I'm sure you're well aware, or in case you haven't noticed, East Idaho as a whole, doesn't have a beach. Well, we've teamed up with Juicity Vapor, and we're hooking you up with everything you need to hit the road and hit the beach this summer. It's K-Bear's No Beach Beach Bash, powered by Juicity Vapor. One lucky winner will score a cooler, wagon, towels, chairs, umbrella, waterproof floating speaker, and more in this prize package valued at $500. To get in to win this entire thing, you got to tune in every weekday at 7:05, and Victor will tell you what song is the Juicity Vapor flavor of the day. A song with some kind of fruit in the title. It's not any song that plays that has fruit in the title. No, you got to listen for that one specific song. Anytime you hear it played that day, be caller 10 to win an entry into the drawing. Plus, Friday, June 19th, Juneteenth, I will be at Juice City Vapor 3 to 5. And if you show up at the broadcast, you'll score 5 bonus entries just for stopping by. K-Bear's No Beach Beach Bash, powered by Juice City Vapor, helping you have a great summer, even if there is no beach, you know? You can go to Rigby Lake with all this stuff. You can go anywhere with this stuff. We got the Igloo wheeled cooler, the wagon, the beach chairs, beach umbrella, beach towels, the speaker, like I mentioned, there's 2 Hydro Flask cups a part of this package as well, 2 pairs of sunglasses. Juice City Vapor, hooking it up. It's Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. This is what cracks me up about the economy right now. Yeah, every week there's a headline saying the job market is terrible. Then the next day there's another headline saying the job market is surprisingly strong. And somehow both of them are true at the same time. The latest job report says employers added more jobs than economists expected in May. Unemployment stayed relatively low, and the labor market is showing signs of resilience. That's the good news. But then you talk to actual people looking for work and hear, I've applied to 75 jobs. I've applied to 200. I haven't heard anything back from anybody. So what's going on? A lot of companies are hiring, but they're being picky. Some industries are growing, others are slowing down. If you've got experience in the right field, things might look pretty good. If you're trying to break into a new field or land that first job, it can feel like you're climbing Everest in flip-flops, you know? That's why local opportunities matter. Instead of firing resumes into the internet and hoping an algorithm notices you, there are employers right here in East Idaho looking for people today. This week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is with Pearl Health Clinic, now hiring a full-time case manager and community-based rehabilitation specialist, or CBRS, in Ammon. This is one of those jobs where you can genuinely make a difference in somebody's life. You'll work directly with individuals recovering from severe and persistent mental illness, helping them build life skills, reach personal goals, improve their quality of life both at home and in the community. Pearl Health Clinic is looking for compassionate, motivated people who believe in service, hope, solutions, and helping others create positive change. The position pays around $18 to $26 per hour. Candidates should have a bachelor's degree, preferably in social work, psychology, or a related human services field. Experience is preferred, but not required. So if you're looking for a career that's meaningful, rewarding, gives you the chance to help people every single day, this could be a great fit for you. Apply now at hireeastidaho.com. And while you're there, check out hundreds of other opportunities from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. Ticket prices for Game 3 of the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden continue to skyrocket. Demand for tickets is comparable to demand for Super Bowl tickets, with the cheapest tickets high up in the rafters of the arena going for over $9,000. Just for comparison, the average cost for a month of rent in Manhattan is $5,181. In pro football news, Myles Garrett has more than a Super Bowl title in his sights after being traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Los Angeles Rams. Garrett, who set the NFL record with 23 sacks last season, wants to have the career sack record as well. That record of 200 is currently held by Hall of Fame defensive end Bruce Smith. Garrett said, I want to eclipse that, or I want to make it close. I have a good relationship with the guy who has that record, and being able to go get that one would mean a lot to myself and to him as well. The 30-year-old Garrett has 125.5 sacks so far in his career. Smith had 106 sacks at the same age. In college football news, to wrap it up here, the long-running ESPN college football team of Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit are splitting up, but only when it comes to calling video game action. EA Sports announced that Herbstreit, or however you say his last name, is being replaced on College Football 27 by Joel Klatt, who works as an analyst on Fox's Big Noon pregame show. You know what? Well, I already talked about this last one yesterday, or on Friday, talking about the whole FIFA World Cup ticket glitch, where this, for about 60 fans got free tickets to the 2026 World Cup. The error happened during checkout, where a payment issue let purchases go through at $0, but the free ride didn't last long. FIFA quickly caught the mistake, canceled the orders, and told fans they had 7 days to pay the full price or lose their seats. Yikes. You could not pay me enough to watch soccer. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. This would make a great to peach their own question. You wake up tomorrow with one completely useless superpower that impresses no one but quietly makes your life better. What is it? My immediate response is discipline and consistency. Having both of those together, you could be unstoppable. Sticking to a diet. I have a few friends that are trying to change their diet. They're kind of following my same footsteps. I'm like, hey man, it's tough within like the first week. But then you get used to it. And then the thought of like having a giant fast food burger sounds gross to you. Like I've been off sugar, bread, all of that for the past few weeks. And it's been unique to say the least. I have never stuck with anything this long ever. And I've seen a major difference in how I look and how much lighter I feel and how I'm able to stay energized throughout the entire day. But what are some of the other responses for you wake up tomorrow with one completely useless superpower that impresses no one but quietly makes your life better? Ability to get a great night's sleep every night. Wouldn't that be nice? Instead of having to take like melatonin or my nighttime snack of grapes and kiwis, because those naturally have melatonin in them, so they help me go to sleep faster. Especially when my mind's racing, thinking about things I shouldn't be thinking about. The ability to stop doom scrolling and logging off. That's another big issue of mine. Scrolling Instagram reels or going on YouTube and watching dumb videos like, hey, I platinumed all the Batman Arkham games, or I speed ran SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Those kinds of videos. The ability to keep my body perfectly groomed without actually showering, shaving, cutting my nails, brushing my teeth, etc. Just get up and go. Getting rid of that tedious work, wouldn't that be nice? Again, I might need to ask this during the 4 p.m. hour. If you see this pop up in the Facebook group, K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal, make sure to answer it. Here's Autumn Keens right now with Gone, Gone, Gone on K-Bear 101. I don't care how you feel about Sleep Token. I know there's a lot of people out there who enjoy them, like myself, but then there's that small group that's incredibly loud that wants everyone to know how much they hate Sleep Token. And recently, I've been doing a ton of walking around the Greenbelt. It's a part of my life change, my lifestyle change, the diet, and also trying to get my exercise in every single day. And my friend Brian last night on the Discord call, he was talking to me about how he wants to join in on the laps around the Greenbelt in downtown Idaho Falls. And I've been doing like one lap every day so far. He's like, why don't you do like... First he said, why don't you do 2? And then he said, why don't you do 3? And me being the crazy guy that I am, I plan on doing 3 laps, hopefully this week. Maybe tonight if I can get away with it. If the weather's not too bad, if it doesn't start getting incredibly windy like it was last night. Last night I was planning to do it, and I did my first lap. And then I went, yeah, the wind's pretty bad. It's feeling pretty cold out here. I got a lawn sleeve shirt on, which is nice, but it was like I needed to have a hoodie on or something. It was getting pretty cold out there. I was shocked I was affected by it, to be quite honest with you. I didn't want to be out there for too much longer, and all of a sudden I get like sick or something. I don't know. Something like that. But I will get it done. I've been trying to average 10,000 steps every day. Just trying to get my steps in overall. Was on the treadmill yesterday morning as well, doing double workouts. Like, who am I? Am I training for a role? Well, no, I'm just trying to make my life better. But my friend Brian, he's wanting to walk with me. If people give me these dumb ideas sometimes, like pushing myself beyond measure, I can make it happen. There was one time I ran 10 miles, or I tried running 10 miles at least. I tried. It was the thought that counts, you know? I ran the 5 miles, I ran halfway, and then was like, what am I even doing? No, I actually ended up, scratch that. There was that one time I did do 10 miles. It was a run-walk combo, but I still got it done. I should have included this in the Shot Clock Sports Update. I'm just now seeing it. Elmo, the beloved Sesame Street character. As a kid, I used to watch Elmo's World. It was one of the few children's shows that I absolutely loved. That with Blue's Clues, Barney, Zaboomafoo, Cyber Chase, all the classics. Elmo's World definitely was on top, for sure. And Elmo is on Twitter. And Elmo decided to tweet out before the NBA Finals. I hope both teams, no, it says here, Elmo hopes both teams have fun. That's it. Most normal people read that and think, oh, that's nice. Not Knicks fans. No, for some reason, they started cussing the poor guy out. So much so that Elmo had to come up with a reply to all those horrible, horrible responses. Even the account for the fast food chain Wendy's even weighed in. Not now, Elmo. One fan also called Elmo a traitor. How are the Knicks doing? Are they're leading the Spurs, commanding the Spurs 2-0? I was hoping for the Spurs to come out on top, but the Knicks have not played in the NBA Finals since 1999, since I was 3 years old. They also happened to play the Spurs back then. The Spurs won that matchup. The Knicks' last title came in 1973. So maybe I do. Okay, maybe I do want the Knicks to win because it's always nice to see the underdog finally get their victory. Here's Electric Callboy, Hypercharged on Peach's Pit Party. I don't even know where to begin with this one. Maybe I should have saved it for today's What the Headline. This story has everything. A Twitch streamer, a cheating scandal, a smart litter box, and somehow a cousin tied into it as well. According to the Twitch streamer, he became suspicious of his girlfriend's behavior and eventually checked the camera feed from a high-tech automated cat litter box that happened to have a built-in camera. That's allegedly where he found evidence of her cheating. Now, first of all, can we talk about how insane technology has become? I grew up thinking a litter box was a plastic tub full of sand. Now, they're internet-connected surveillance devices. Your cat is just trying to use the bathroom, accidentally becomes part of a relationship investigation. Honestly, the part that gets me isn't even the cheating. It's the fact that the cat's toilet solved the case. Imagine explaining this to somebody in like 1995. Oh, the litter box told me my girlfriend was cheating on me. I love that somehow a cat is completely unaware, just became the greatest detective of its generation too. Okay, here's the whole story. You ready for this? This is the headline says, here, I'll give you the summary of it real quick. Streamer catches girlfriend cheating with her cousin thanks to camera on cat's litter box. It's a $900 Litter Robot 5 Pro. Imagine having that much money. That's what I'm taking away from this. Imagine having that much money to where you could say, you know what? My cat needs a $900 litter box. Well, it saved this guy's, it didn't save the guy's relationship. It saved him from, I don't know, dealing with her ever again. I'm hoping he just left right then and there. Also, they even gave out his Twitch streamer name. I'm sure people are invading his chat talking about this whole story because this made national news. Probably helped the guy's channel as well. Maybe it was a marketing stunt. Maybe. Do we think it's fake? Potentially. Scientists have apparently done the important work and finally answered one of humanity's greatest questions. How many times a day is it normal to fart? And according to the research, the answer is somewhere around 14 to 25 times a day. Nobody wanted to volunteer for this study. Imagine being the lead researcher. What field are you in? Gas. I love that somebody got funding to figure this out. There had to be a meeting somewhere. We need answers. Answers about what? Toots. The researchers say a healthy digestive system naturally produces gas throughout the day, and most people fall somewhere in that range. I feel like I'm above average in this case, and usually when I do so, I'm by myself in the studio, I let it rip, and then all of a sudden Jade, or even worse, the big boss man decides to walk in right after that very moment, or even worse than that, Melissa, who's like the innocent girl asking a question about a certain promotion coming up. She doesn't really say anything about it, but I'm sure she walks in and goes, wow, what is that smell? Not nearly as bad as the men's restroom after somebody who works for East Idaho News, after they go inside the restroom and just wreck it, man. I don't know what's in their diets, but that back hallway smells absolutely atrocious thanks to them. I think their restroom is still getting worked on, so they keep coming to ours, and there's a whole bunch of dudes working over there, and there's a whole bunch of dudes working over here, so Yeah, the men's restroom is always taken up by somebody just stinking it up. If you're tall, you already know this is impossible. There are certain people who simply do not get to be anonymous in public. Kevin Durant is one of them. I am one of them, as clearly shown by a whole bunch of different people's posts in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group going, look, I found Peaches. Or they jokingly ask, where's Peaches? And it's my head sticking above everybody else at the Mountain America Center or the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater at a concert right there in the pit area. Yeah, so Kevin Durant is basically 7 feet tall. He can't just blend in. Paparazzi recently caught Durant out at Nobu, Malibu with a mystery woman, which immediately sent the internet into detective mode trying to figure out who she was and whether they're dating. I feel bad for the guy because I can relate. You know, he's 6'11", just trying to have a private dinner. Most people can sit in the corner of a restaurant, nobody notices. Kevin Durant walks into a restaurant, half the building goes, is that Kevin Durant? There are videos that Shaq uploads. Shaquille O'Neal, even taller than that, he's like 7'1", 7'2". He'll upload where he'll be like, hey, how long can I go without being recognized? And sure enough, he'll walk down the street, somebody will yell out like, hey, what's up, Shaq? Which is why I could never have like a public outrage or a public, I couldn't have a Karen moment because somebody is bound to recognize, hey, isn't that Peaches from K-Bear? Just throwing a fit at Walmart. We're getting closer and closer to one of the biggest days of the summer in East Idaho. It's the Idaho Falls Community Hospital RiverFest presented by ICCU and Riverbend Media Group, happening July 4th at Snake River Landing. And if you've never been out there before, here's the deal. You show up hungry because there are going to be food vendors everywhere. Bring water, bring sunscreen, bring ear protection for the kiddos because when the fireworks start, they start. And speaking of fireworks, when the sun goes down, you'll get to see the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration, the largest fireworks show west of the Mississippi. That's not marketing fluff, by the way. That thing is absolutely ridiculous every year. During the day, check out the Stones Kia Kids Zone, where all-day wristbands are just $10. If you're into power sports, Rev Motorsports will have new Can-Ams available for test drives in the off-road demonstration area. If you need to cool off, they'll have a misting station ready because it's July in Idaho. You know, it's going to be rather hot. Now, a couple important things. Please leave the dogs at home. No motorized vehicles, including rental scooters. And if you're planning on bringing an RV, there will be no RV camping at Snake River Landing this year. Organizers say the space is being used to expand general parking and improve access for attendees. So if you're traveling with an RV, make other arrangements ahead of time. Basically, grab your family, grab your friends, pack some sunscreen, plan on spending the 4th of July at RiverFest. Food, family fun, off-road action, the Kids Zone, one of the most incredible fireworks shows you'll ever see. We'll hopefully see you at Snake River Landing for the Idaho Falls Community Hospital RiverFest presented by ICCU and Riverbend Media Group. Peaches Pit Party on K-Bear 101. If you're looking for something fun to do with the family that also supports an amazing cause, mark your calendar for Saturday, June 20th. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho Family Fun Run and Carnival is happening at 9 a.m. at the waterfront at Snake River Landing in Idaho Falls. This is not one of those events where only the serious runners have a good time. You've got fun runs, carnival games, food, music, activities for all ages, plenty of reasons to bring the whole family out for the morning. And the best part is every step, every game, every registration helps support the Ronald McDonald House Family Room, which provides comfort and support for families with hospitalized children right here in our community. Because when a family is dealing with a child in the hospital, the last thing they should have to worry about is where they're going to rest, recharge, or spend time together. So whether you're running, walking, cheering somebody on, or just showing up for the carnival, you're helping make a real difference for local families when they need it most. Grab your friends, bring the kids, and join the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Idaho on Saturday, June 20th at the waterfront at Snake River Landing. Get registered today through the station apps, and hopefully we will see you there. Here's In This Moment, their latest track, Sleeping with the Enemy on K-Bear 101. Sleep Theory with Static on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. Why not have my Sports Center music bed behind me, even though it isn't the Shot Clock Sports Update, because I realized something over the weekend. In this new, I don't want to say era, but you know what? I have to. In this new era of Peaches, with the diet change, with the constant exercising, going back at it again, I've realized that I cannot watch an uplifting sports movie right before I go to bed. The reason why I say that is because Saturday night after the prom, I was like, you know what? I just want to go home, lay down, watch a good movie, just to sort of keep me motivated throughout this whole process of trying to lose as much, like all this weight that I want to lose. And so I wanted to turn on the movie Warriors. And I then realized after watching it for a little bit, all it's going to do is just pump me up to go outside and exercise some more right then and there. And at the time, it was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't watch a sports movie late at night. All I'm going to want to do is just work out the entire night, then ruin the next day. So I have to watch like Rocky in the morning. I can't watch any feel-good sports movies. I was watching even there's this gym in New Jersey called Diamond Gym. And it's ran by two guys. I think the one guy's name is Hattie, the other one's name is Unk. And they run this gym like it's boot camp, even worse. They do incomplete reps. They do like thousands upon thousands of reps, and everyone does it in the worst way possible. People are going to get hurt, and it's supposed to be like some sort of challenge to go through the whole thing. And for me, it's like, dude, someone's going to tear a bicep, tricep, pec tear. It looks awful. It looks awful. But even that was also somewhat motivational to keep me going. I can't watch those too late into the night. Otherwise, I'll want to throw on Eye of the Tiger, a headband, and start running. Today's What the Headline comes from Brazil, where a 37-year-old woman allegedly convinced an entire family that she was a 12-year-old girl for 14 months. According to authorities, the woman reportedly met the family through a church, claimed she was an abused child, eventually moved in with them after getting their trust, and somehow the story kept working. Investigators say she used a high-pitched voice, carried a pacifier, acted like a child, even faked night terrors to keep the whole thing going. How do you keep that act up for 14 months? I can barely pretend to enjoy a meeting for 14 minutes. Imagine being the family member who first got suspicious because somebody finally had to be sitting there thinking, hold on, this is the oldest looking 12-year-old I have ever seen. And apparently when people questioned why she looked older, she reportedly had an explanation ready for that too. The craziest part is the family was reportedly preparing to legally adopt her before the whole thing unraveled. Can you imagine that conversation with police? Well, we've got some news. She's not 12, not even close. That is today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. Just like how I mentioned earlier on the show, Idaho, in case this is news to you, doesn't have a beach. And usually when it's summertime, you make your way to the beach. You can fly out to Southern California. You can fly out anywhere along the coast, either west or east side, whichever one floats your boat. No pun intended there. Well, we want to at least give you the gear to go enjoy a beach vacation. Maybe it's even to Rigby Lake, because, flight tickets are rather expensive, and planning a vacation for you and the whole family, maybe just even yourself, by yourself, also costs a lot of money just for a solo ticket even. I can't imagine paying for a whole family, but we're teaming up with Juice City Vapor, calling it K-Bear 101's No Beach Beach Bash. One lucky winner will score a whole bunch of stuff. This entire package is valued at $500. You got an igloo wheeled cooler, a wagon, beach chairs, beach umbrella, beach towels, ice packs, s'more supplies, lawn range, water blasters even, sunglasses, all the stuff you need to take for a nice summer vacation. K-Bear's No Beach Beach Bash. And how to win an entry into this drawing is to listen for the Juice City Vapor flavor of the day. If you heard it this morning at 7:05, that's when Victor gave out the song of the day. Tomorrow he'll be doing the exact same thing, and he'll be doing that for the next 2 weeks. 7:05 every weekday morning. Listen for the Juice City Vapor flavor of the day, a song with some kind of fruit in the title. Then anytime you hear it played that day, be caller 10 to win an entry into the drawing. And we'll be broadcasting live at Juice City Vapor in Idaho Falls on Friday, June 19th from 3 to 5 p.m. If you show up at the broadcast, you'll score 5 bonus entries just for stopping by. K-Bear's No Beach Beach Bash, powered by Juice City Vapor, helping you have a great summer, even if there's no beach. But still, you could even just pour some sand onto your patio and maybe dump some water on you. I don't know. Maybe throw a raw fish into the water. Just, you'll have the stuff ready for a beach vacation regardless if you win this. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.